Hello to February's mobile report from Native. February is always a good month for the mobile industry, as it's when Mobile World Congress in Barcelona takes place. So we've got some coverage from there, which is always interesting. Quite an interesting month from an African innovation perspective. I think the African network operators are really upping their game around bringing value to their consumer base. That's also a big trend we saw in this month. So let's start. Lots of talk around the mobile termination rates and interconnect fees between the networks and the larger networks being jeopardized, their revenue being jeopardized by these rulings from ICASA. So MTN and Vodacom have both taken ICASA to court, leaving the smaller networks wondering when they're going to be able to operate on a more level playing field according to them. Out of Africa, as I mentioned, because of some of the cash crunches, or the cash crunch in Zimbabwe, local employees are having to be paid by mobile money instead of by being paid in cash. So interesting use of mobile technology in Zimbabwe. Everyone knows about the phenomenon of Flappy Bird. If you do download a Flappy Bird clone out of the Android marketplace, beware of malware. So that's one of the benefits of the iOS app stores, is that their apps are far more vigorously tested. But also an interesting story around Flappy Bird, where the huge success and the $50,000 a day worth of revenue was shut down overnight when the owner or the developer decided that he couldn't handle it anymore. Nice problem not to be able to handle, but we don't know what the other issues around that were. I've spoken about the ICASA delays. That's an ongoing saga in the pricing and pricing of services in the market. Some of the big some of the big manufacturers of smartphones and phones in general, so Lenovo, HTC and Nokia, have all launched entry-level smartphones. So very surprising that Nokia has launched an Android version of their smartphone, considering that they are about to be integrated into Microsoft after the Microsoft acquisition. So big move into the low-cost smartphone market, with the next couple of billion people coming from emerging markets. As most people in developed markets that can afford smartphones have probably got them by now. The big launch out of Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, Samsung Galaxy S5 has been launched. Not the same level of innovation as we've seen in previous years, but still a fantastic phone. But all the others, the Motorola, HTC, LG, all of them have got phones that are faster, slimmer, brighter, more powerful. So it's the same trend every year, which is what can be expected out of the mobile network. In terms of other big news, MTN answered a NEC nomination incredibly by offering free Wikipedia access to mobile phone users, which is certainly putting a real commitment behind education, which is good, really good to see from MTN. An interesting story out of New York. The New York Police Department is beta testing Google Glass. Could be quite interesting to see how police departments and law enforcement can use that sort of in-eye heads-up display. Lots of activity around the IM instant messaging market. WeChat is growing at an impressive clip, 380% year-on-year growth. The massive story about Facebook acquiring WhatsApp on their 10th birthday month, Facebook that is. And then also Viber has been acquired by a Japanese organization by the name of Rakuten, which in a $900 million deal. So huge difference between the Viber deal and the WhatsApp deal, but still important in terms of global strategies around instant messaging. Also, Mixit has launched in India. Big news for them. BBM has spread across more platforms and is going to start offering voice. So the IM market is certainly a big one globally. And you can see why the mobile network operators are really concerned about the damage that those products are doing to their SMS and voice revenue. So those markets are going to continue to interest us, especially now that WhatsApp has also announced that they're going to be offering voice towards the end of the year. Big challenges to the existing incumbent network operators. Quite interesting, if you consider WhatsApp voice integrated with Facebook, you suddenly have a worldwide social network with telephone calls in it. So you can call Granny internationally for virtually nothing, I suppose. As always, we've got some social media stats at the back of the report. Facebook stats, 1.3 billion users, just insane. Of that 1.3 billion, 680 million are mobile Facebook users, 645 million Twitter users, active registered users, and some stats around that. 211 million users of LinkedIn. Insane, crazy numbers around YouTube as always. 4.5 billion YouTube videos viewed every day. But have a look in the report of what else is happening. And as in leading up to the national election, the South African election in May, we've once again looked at the activity of those political parties on social media. The highlights. The Democratic Alliance on Facebook has got nearly 65,000 likes, which is the largest growth of those. Also, ANC nearly 100,000 followers on Twitter, so they're doing fairly well there. But the big growth has come out of and the big surprise has come out of the UDM, where Bantu Holomisa has also done incredibly well, in this last month. So lots of interest there. But as always, the full report is available on the Native website at nativevml.com or native.co.za. Have a look at it there.